When we think of Rome's greatest emperors, names like Trajan, Hadrian, Marcus Aurelius, or Septimius Severus often come to mind. Yet few remember Vespasian, the man who laid the foundation for them all. Rising from modest origins, Vespasian pulled Rome back from the brink of disaster in the 1st century, stabilizing an empire racked by civil war and chaos. Without his leadership, Rome's golden age of the 2nd century may never have happened. Titus Flavius Vespasianus, born in 090 AD, came not from the old aristocracy but from a modest Italian family in the Sabine Hills. He was frugal in private life and had little patience for luxury or excess. When his courtiers worried about how he would fund all his building projects, Vespasian reportedly quipped, "I must have money from any source." Partly, it's because he lacked the dramatic flair of others. He wasn't a conqueror like Trajan, a philosopher king like Marcus Aurelius, or a builder like Hadrian. He was at heart a pragmatist, a man who fixed things, cleaned up messes, and kept the empire running. History often remembers the spectacular, but it is the steady hands like Vespasian's that save civilizations from ruin. Even on his deathbed, in 79 AD, when he felt himself slipping away, he reportedly joked, "V. Puto dies fio. Oh dear, I think I'm becoming a god," mocking the Roman tradition of deifying emperors. His reign in the 1st century turned a crumbling empire into a stable superpower, setting the stage for Rome's greatest era. He deserves to be remembered not just as one of Rome's finest emperors, but as the one who made all future greatness possible. His father was a tax collector. His mother came from a line of equestrian officials, and ensuring a peaceful succession by grooming his son Titus as heir. The stability Vespasian created laid the groundwork for the so-called Golden Age of the 2nd century AD, when emperors like Trajan, Hadrian, and Marcus Aurelius expanded Rome's borders, reformed its administration, and left a legacy of cultural and architectural brilliance. Without Vespasian's restoration of order, these achievements would have been impossible. Vespasian's rise through the ranks of Roman politics and military life was marked by hard work, pragmatism, and a reputation for no-nonsense leadership. He gained fame as a general, particularly in Britain under Emperor Claudius, and later in Judea, where he was sent to crush the Jewish revolt. But Vespasian's greatest challenge came not on foreign soil, but at the heart of Rome itself. From the dawn of Mesopotamia to the fall of Rome, we bring you the best documentaries and journeys into the mysteries and ruins of the ancient past. Subscribe to Odyssey and join us as we explore the wonders of worlds long lost. In 68, Emperor Nero committed suicide, plunging Rome into chaos. What followed was a brutal period known as the Year of the Four Emperors, where generals and factions vied for control. Galba, Otho, and Vitellius each took the purple, and each fell in rapid succession, leaving Rome on the edge of collapse. Amid the turmoil, Vespasian, still campaigning in Judea, was proclaimed emperor by his troops. He marched on Rome, defeated Vitellius, and in 69 AD was crowned emperor, founding the Flavian dynasty. At age 60, Vespasian inherited an empire battered by civil war, drained of resources and deeply divided. Vespasian's genius was not flashy conquests or philosophical treatises. It was rebuilding. He set about restoring the empire's finances, enforcing discipline, and mending Rome's shattered institutions. He raised taxes, even famously taxing public urinals, giving rise to the saying, pecunia non olet, and cracked down on corruption. Vespasian poured money into rebuilding Rome, repairing roads, fortifications, and public buildings damaged by years of neglect and war. Perhaps most famously, he began construction on a grand amphitheater to entertain the Roman masses and signal the return of order. The Colosseum, project completed by his son Titus, and still one of the most iconic monuments in the world today. Vespasian was known for his sharp wit and dry humor. Unlike the self-indulgent Nero or the paranoid Domitian, Vespasian kept things practical. Vespasian's reign was transformative. He brought stability to an empire that had teetered on the edge, restoring confidence in the imperial system. So why is Vespasian so little known today? Vespasian, the humble general from the Sabang Hills, was the man who saved Rome from disaster. At Odyssey, we believe history is not just about names and dates. It's about the stories, the people, and the turning points that shaped our world.